Hey Marco, hello, how are you? And hi everyone. So we're just going to be doing our tournament runs. We'll do a tournament run later on, but since I had to do not a respec, like a reroll on my modules, I thought I would just do my higher tier dissonant runs first. So for today's stream, I guess we'll just do the runs, see how far I can get for the utility echoes, and then for tier 22, 23, and 24, hopefully I can actually get some coin multiplier bonuses from those. And once that is done, we do our tournament run. It should be pretty good. There's Protector Ultimate again today. It's probably going to be rough. But you know, it's going to be rough for everyone. Last tournament I actually didn't do very well, like 2.5k waves. We still got first place, but I think I'm punching under my weight class. I should be able to do like 2.7k. So you know, we're going to try to redeem ourselves for today's tournament, but let's see how we go. Actually AFK, hello, how are you? Did I get to tier 20 utility? I think it's like 4 point something k. I haven't completed it yet. Probably I would need a bit more damage to complete tier 20. But you know, if I attempted it now, I should probably get to like 4.6k, something like that. Tier 21 I've gotten to about 3.2k. Again, if I attempted it now, I should probably get closer to 4,000 maybe. I should probably do them, but I probably wouldn't do them on stream because it's going to take quite a long time to do all of those. So yeah, I guess after the tournament I'll just work on those two before bed today. Hopefully we can actually make, you know, decent progress on them, but we shall see. We shall see. Because of, you know, the way enemy health scales, it scales up so quickly. It might be worthwhile to try to stack on as many like percent damage items that we can get. So I've been considering maybe keeping the space displacer, but using orbital augment and pulsar harvester. I'm not sure how that would work, but we will have to see how it goes. At least for the tier 22 ones, you know, it doesn't matter what wave I get to because I actually haven't done any of them. I should be able to get a bit of bonus here and there. And same thing for 23 and 24. I don't think we'll get very far though. I guess bounce shot chance or bounce shots would be nice. Jifas, hello, how are you? And yes, thank you very much. Good luck with your tournament as well, man. How about you, Marco? How far did you get in your tier 20 and tier 21? Tier 22 milestone, no. I tried it. I died at like wave 4.4k or something. I didn't see what I died to. I just left it on AFK. So, you know, probably if I had picked my perks a bit better and so on, I might be able to complete it. But yeah, I think this, you know, given how hard it is to tank the higher tier stuff, it seems like this version or this patch update, it's good that they made the changes to overcharge. We just need a bit of health to soak some overcharge damage, but largely it's just big ass damage check, right? We just need to make sure that our damage is on point. And once that is sorted, I think we are good to go. I went to 4800 on tier 20, tier 21, 3495, and did the tier 22 overnight to 4536. Was pretty close. Okay. Yeah, so you probably are slightly above where I am. I might be able to do it, but my damage is quite low. It's not going to be a priority for me until I complete the S mod for multiply efficiency for generator, and then thereafter it would be trying to stack on a bit of damage multipliers here and there, and you know, I would say most of the time I am way behind you. Surely not. I don't think I could do 4800 on... Well, maybe I could. I don't know. I could just have been very unlucky with the tier 22 milestone. But you managed to complete it, I didn't. So, you know, you're probably ahead of where I am. Okay, so you actually spec'd out of your chip. Yeah, I don't think I would do that. So then maybe it would actually make sense to spec out of my chips, my guardians for... Maybe I'll do that on like Saturday. Yeah, like on the last day, right after I do the tournament, we spec out of summons for one day to get our scout, and then we tackle the dissonant runs. Because, you know, anyway, we've got so many reroll dice, so might as well, yeah. Tier 19 ultimate weapon, nah, it's like 1.8k. It was hard, man. It was hard. I tried it, I couldn't get it. No idea what I needed to do differently. Have you completed it? Yeah, it just feels... I think the higher tier stuff, because of how many armor stacks the enemies have, it just feels impossible. You're right. I don't know what we can do. Perhaps we just need a lot of health to be able to tank stuff. I don't know. But at least for like the you know, when we have our ultimate weapons, it's basically just glass cannon, right? Like right now for this utility dissonant run, because of how high enemy attack is, I don't think I can tank anything. So, you know, it really doesn't matter what the health is. Marco, so the health and defense percent mastery doesn't help at all, man. Even with 98% defense, and not taking like the regen trade-off perks and stuff, it's still, by like wave 2000, your wall just gets one tapped. It doesn't even make sense. So I don't know how people would tank it. Granted, my EHP is bad, but I don't see how much more EHP I can get, you know. Although Greenie did complete his, I'm not sure what he did. I think Greenie completed tier 19. Might have to ask him what he did. Yeah, I think Swamp Radius would be nice. Oh, right. My Poison Swamp is currently switched off. Oh, that explains why I lost my second win so early. So I'm using Harmony Conductor without Poison Swamp and no Poison Swamp stun as well. What an idiot. Antonio, hello, how are you? Azur, hello, good morning to you. How are you doing? As well, so you'll be very pleased to see that I used up all the gems. So thank you very much for that, man. It really helped with my Echo Labs. I managed to complete Attack Ultimate Weapon and Utility Dissonant Runs. And I also gem rushed, what is that called? The Defy down battle condition. That was awesome. So I can actually get Death Defies in battle conditions like today, where there is the Death Defy down battle condition. Yeah. But it was, you know, it's awesome. The gems, yeah. The gems went down so quickly, but it's so worth it. Oh yes, I also pulled modules. I spent about 10,000 gems pulling modules. It was awesome. So, let me show you the state of my modules now. Primordial Collapse went up from 2-star to 4-star. I completed my Magnetic Hook. It's now 5-star. I think Sharp Fortitude got completed as well. I pulled a Duplicate Dimension Core, which is the first dupe I've gotten for the Dimension Core. I completed my Shrink Ray as well. You know, it's probably easier to show you this. Now all I'm left with is Orbital Augment, Restorative Bonus. Yeah, just this two. So Restorative Bonus, I actually spent the 10k gems trying to get it to Ancestral. I thought it would be useful for the Ultimate Weapon Dissonant Run. It didn't really help, unfortunately. Orbital Augment, I got it up a star as well, so I think it's 3 stars. Oh, it's 2 stars. No, okay, it's 2 stars. So I didn't manage to get it up a star, but I'm using Space Displacer in my farm runs nowadays, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it was awesome. I made so much progress just from that. You have them all at 5-star. Abuse the last banner, increase chance. Congrats, man. Yeah, I don't think I will pull on modules for the time being until my... Okay, because Primordial Collapse can now go up to 280, right? So if this gets close to 280, then that's when I'll start pulling modules again. But for now, you know, I'm good on the module front for quite some time. Sure, we lose out a bit of ultimate weapon damage and stuff, but it's okay. We can survive without the extra star. But all the gems are now going into gem rushing labs and stuff. Clouded, hello, how are you? Quick hi before sleep. What will be my next step? Farming tier 24. Azura, I can't even get out of tier 21, man. You know, sometimes I still get kicked out of intro sprint in tier 21. Right now, I think I've neglected my assist modules for quite some time. So the plan would be to go box the generator multiply efficiency first, so we have more econ. All of that econ is then going to be funneled into enhancements, and once this is done, as you can see for my labs now, it's 3 assist module labs. I'm working on the attack coin discount, lab, because the way I see it, if I get more levels over here, and I had invested about 60s into my attack tab, so 1% of that would be like what, 600 Q. So you know, it should add up quite significantly, and at least for tournaments I would have a bit more enhancements that I can squeeze out here and there. So two discount labs and 3 assist module labs. My goal is to just try to go box. So I want to go box the cannon bonus, core bonus, armor substats. I want to get it to level 20, and then once it's level 20, it's gonna take a backseat for a while. It will probably be one of these other labs that I would slot in. I'm thinking probably one of these enemy labs over here. What am I saying? I can farm tier 25. Tier 25, yeah, in my dreams. No, so you know, I haven't even unlocked tier 24, I don't think. I'm not sure actually. Maybe today we will. Right, we have unlocked tier 23 already. Oh nice, spotlight bonus. The discount is cheap, a bit long though. 100 levels, yeah, it's like 100 levels. Every little bit counts because we are going to be investing like big ass amount of coins into gold boxing, like Coin Plus or whatever. So getting the discount levels high would, I guess, significantly reduce the coin cost for us. Christian, I haven't done the tournament yet. And hello, how are you? Just going to do the dissonant runs first, because I had to reroll my dimension core for permanent black hole for today. I reached a point where my EHP and econ is well developed. Now I'm struggling with the lack of CC and damage in pushing milestones. Well, you know, half the battle was done. It honestly does not take very many stones to get damage. With how cheap developing ILM is, you don't need to go ham on it. For context, I have like +4 ILM +4, and it's already the top damage ultimate weapon in my tournament runs. So a little bit goes a long way, I think. Yeah, but econ is very important this version, given how expensive the enhancements cost. Right now I'm just like at the 200 Q per hour region, so even then I can get like what, 1 or 2 clicks a day in coin enhancements. That's about it, you know. No clicks and damage to any ultimate weapons, only, oh no. So as a chain lightning and IOM is probably the meta at the moment. Between the two, I would say chain lightning damage is better because it does not require you to have Mbot Plus to work. You know, IOM plus damage is very good, but you need the medals to make it work. It's not just a stone counting. And chain lightning damage can get you very far anyway, so even just bring it it doesn't take many stones to bring it up to like 1000 or even like 2000x damage for the chain lightning. If you can get that, then you can go, you know, it can carry you well into like tier 20, tier 21. My heart wants to keep ignoring damage and fully develop the S mods for armor. Well, you could choose to do that, but I would say that the best route is a balanced route at the moment. I wouldn't. It seems like that's how the developers are pushing us to play, right? We need enough EHP to survive hits, but we also need enough damage to destroy the enemies before they start being a problem. It also helps with our coin and so on, you know, so it's nice. It's nice to have some damage. If your focus is still like more into the armor stuff, I'm sure it's still viable, but probably what's not viable is like a one damage build. You know, if you have 1 damage, then basically everything is an attack dissonant run to you, and once the commanders pile up, you just don't kill enemies and you don't get any coin. Robert, hello, how are you? And thank you very much. Good luck with your tournament too, man. I saw in a video that you preferred Chronophil before Chain Lightning. If I have to unlock this too. I preferred Chronophil before Chain Lightning. Getting permanent Chronophil before Chain Lightning is good. I have permanent Black Hole in the milestones and tournament with GCOM. I would get the Chain Lightning first before permanent Chronophil, because it actually doesn't take very much stones to make Chain Lightning work. Even if you just brought it to like 200x multiplier, 4 quantity, 10-15% chance, that's like, you can probably get it for like 1000 stones. And once you have that, you know, scatters become much less of an issue and so on. And you probably have enough damage to cover you while you do your Chronophil. Permanent Chronophil, you know, I would probably only start work on it after completing the Chronophil duration lab. It doesn't do anything until it's permanent, right, with Chronophil. And right now, at least for me, the bottleneck is dealing enough damage to kill the fleets fast enough. In the earlier game, we have ELS to sort of cover us all the way. Right now, there's a cap on the enemy level skip, and I'm already hit at the cap. So I think for me the bottleneck is damage now. Azure says I do plan on pushing damage eventually, just gauging how much I can push it. I'm currently farming SEHP tier 18 with 9500. My armor substat is below 30%. Oh, okay. I really want to see 400% HP regen times 2. Well, do it then. Do it then as well. If you want to do it, then it does not matter what the efficient route would be, right? You should play the game the way you want to. And it's not like it would be bad, you know. Right now for me, if I had 100% multiplier efficiency on my armor and 100% substat efficiency on my armor, I would be very happy with it. That's a lot of health and a lot of stats. I could probably start tanking stuff in tier 22, you know? That would be nice. But because my coin bonus for tier 17 or 18, because of the disco runs. Yeah, so where you're at as well, I think between tier 17 and tier 18, everything up to tier 19, the gain in module shards per tier is not very significant because fleets don't come super regularly. I think from 18 to 19, you kind of see a bigger jump. But the real jump is going to come from tier 18, no, from tier 19 to tier 20. Once you can move into tier 20, then even if you suffer some coin per hour loss, because of how powerful modules are, it's probably better to take the coin loss and have better module levels. Dar, hello, how are you? Perma Chronofuel costs 7,000 stones without any Chronofuel plus. A max Chain Lightning for endgame with 2,000 damage costs 6 to 7,000. Chain Lightning is super cheap. Yeah, Chain Lightning is very cheap as an ultimate weapon. Even just getting your damage up, you don't have to bring it to 2,000 right away, especially if you don't have the damage slider. It can do more harm than good in the earlier tiers. But yeah, if you're able to hit like tier 18, yeah, getting 700-800x on your Chain Lightning, it will be enough to carry you up into tier 20. Because that was what I had, you know. Yeah, 798x multiplier, that was my Chain Lightning damage. And even bringing it from 798 to where I am at the moment, which is like 3,300, it didn't take very long. After every tournament or two, you should be able to make a click. Actually, AFK, I just need a little more damage and I can full swap to tier 20 farming. Well, I hope you get that damage soon. It's hard. Moving into tier 20 is, I guess you can call it a milestone, right? Because it actually requires you to go box your ELS. So you would have 1S of coins floating around. Now, where it starts to be easier in tier 20, at least for me, back then, was when I got to about 4 to 5S lifetime coin. That's when you're able to get like 4.0 on your damage enhancements and whatnot. And I felt a bit better when I had that kind of lifetime coin. Antonio says, no, I'll build CF only in high champions. Yeah, maybe it's changed since then, but you don't need a lot of damage in champions. So if you think about it, in the earlier part of this game, EHP builds are very friendly because you can funnel all of your stones into your econ. and you don't need a lot of damage, because you can rely on thorns and stuff to deal with the enemies. And enemies don't hit very hard. I think that's the most important thing. So you can get very far with just having an EHP build, but at some point, once enemies start chunking you very quickly, you have to control the enemies and try to keep them far away from your tower. And that's when building damage starts helping. But of course, for everyone, I think the primary focus is always just gathering resources, right? So getting more coins per hour is probably the best focus long-term wise. GFAS, how much ELS did I need before I was able to clear tier 21? Oh my goodness, I can't remember this, GFAS, but so I go box the ELS plus. I think I was at level 8 on the ELS battle condition reduction lab, and tier 2 in the power tree. So whatever that number was, that was the amount of ELS that I needed. I think other people have done it for a lot less ELS. My ELS was probably on the high side, but that's because my damage is very low. So I had to make it up somehow. But yeah, around that amount of stats. I made it to 4,000 with 50%. Damn, GFAS, you have a lot of damage. I only made it to so I'm pretty sure in tier 21 my EOS was something like 60 something percent, like 60% maybe, 62%. Right now it's 65.9% in tier 21. That was the about the amount I needed. The first 4,000 waves and the last 500 waves are a big difference in terms of the difficulty. I would say, yeah, because the longer it takes for you to kill enemies, the harder they hit you for. That in terms of the overcharge. So back then we probably needed a bit more to kill the overcharge faster because it was always doing one tap damage, right? With the changes to overcharge now, it might be possible to get away with less EOS. So yeah, you know, and you could for you know, efficiency purposes of like not wasting your time, you could always just wait till you get to about 55-57% EOS and then you go back and do the milestone once again. Sure, you lose out a bit of lab speed ups and stuff. It's a 10% lab speed relic, which is very good. But let's say you delayed that by 1 month, right? And you spend 1 month just farming a lot of coin to pump your EOS up. And you don't have to redo the run over and over again. It probably wouldn't hurt too much to do that, you know. Oh, we have a new perk. Nice. Let's take the defense percent. So it's nice that I have permanent black hole without the black hole perk at the moment, because I'm using 3 black hole substats. I just need it for my tournament later on. I'm 2 clicks from Go Balls on US Plus. Nice, nice. The last 2 clicks would be like what, 200 something Q. So you have it pretty soon. That means that your generator's substat efficiency is quite low. So probably dedicate 1 lap slot for that GFAS. And then maybe farm a few, like pump a few clicks into it. It's very good. That generator substat efficiency is very, very good. Wait, it's maxed? How are you then only at 53%? I'm 2 clicks. Wait, am I misunderstanding something? Durban says, I found tier 21, 5 to 6k waves with chain lightning only since 2 months. So Durban, is it worth it? So I would, let me tell you my experience and then you can decide if it's worth it. Now with IOM Plus farming, when I first switched over, it's a coin per hour fall. That's the first thing, right? The reason for that is that even at a smaller range, I'm stunning enemies beyond my offline quite a lot, and as a result of that, my chain lightning and stuff kills them outside of my op range. More so than when I use just a chain lightning build at 98 meter range. However, the damage throughput from IOM Plus is very high. So, let me just pull up a run. Let's look at this run over here. Okay, so you can see that my inner landmine damage, this is without the AoE cut, right? It's still doing like about 50% of my chain lightning damage. That is damage that I would not have if I was using just a chain lightning setup. So in a way, it's good. Extra damage throughput is good. But if you're able to already farm 5 to 6k waves with just chain lightning, and if you have a look at the wave count that I'm doing, it's also about 5 to 6k, right? I think it's good enough, sure, we can squeeze out a bit more, but I don't think the min-maxing is going to really matter that much. If you're 83,000 medals, I would honestly just focus on having your go bot and bot as decked out as possible, because the whole point of farming is generating coins. Until you are at a point where way beyond where I am at. I'm only at 125,000 medals, and it's not enough to have a decked out amplify bot. I need something like about 150,000 medals, and then my amp bot would be in a decent state. So if enjoy the process. I would honestly just stay with Chain Lightning Plus. If you really wanted to play with IOM Plus, then by all means go ahead. But I don't think it's a wise use of your medals at that stage. The medals holding me back because I think Inner Landmine Plus Amplify works not good without echo. Yeah, so without the echoing shot, IOM Plus doesn't really hit very hard. No, we are actually going significantly further than I expected we would. I thought that I would die by like wave 1000. This is... what a pleasant surprise. Snares, hello, how are you? How are you doing today? And hello, Mr. Flipster, how are you? John, hello, how are you? Wait, are you John? John? Johnny's Tower? Is that you? It seems I Defy. No, Azwa, this is not a Defy damage. With Defy, it would be like big Q. This is just regular damage. We have project funding equipped, so I have got 3.3 damage multiplier, and then modules and whatnot. Yeah, it's about this amount. Bess, hello, how are you? Tier 22 farming incoming. No, I don't think so. Oh yes, I got sidetracked. So sorry again. The second thing that I should mention with IOM plus farming, and thank you Bess for reminding me about this, is in addition to having to use the damage slider, so in my farm runs I have to go to -24, and I max my bounce shot chance. Why is my bounce shot chance so low? 1 second. Oh, this does not have bounce shot chance. Okay. So I max my bounce shot chance in farm runs, but I run with 1 bounce shot target and 2 meter bounce shot range. Sometimes during intro sprint I die. So the run, you know, depending on how many overcharge hits me and so on, I could get kicked out of intro sprint at anywhere from wave 500 to wave 900. It doesn't happen very often, but I would say like 1 in 7 runs that happens. That's with IOM farming. With the 98 meter chain lightning farming, it hasn't happened to me for a very long time. However, the max wave count is slightly lower with the chain lightning build, just because I don't have the damage throughput. I saw 10Q once in my runs. Nice! Well, for an EHP build, you know, 10Q is a lot of damage. That's what also I'm thinking about it. Just see all players around me getting IOM plus, but I'm doing fine without it. Place 250 on tournament, or just hot stones or max generator. Yeah, or Ben. I'm just gonna call you Ben. Ben, I think that's a good idea. Generator multiplier efficiency is very good. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about the IOM plus setup until you have the medals for it. Just because everyone is doing it does not mean it's the best thing to do, right? IOM plus damage is very good. I think sadly in this game, a lot of players just chase the meta without understanding that if Greeny says that IOM plus damage is very good, it's because he has enough resources to make it work. Do we all have that amount of resources? No. So, you know, we have to do what's best for us. And with 83,000 medals, you will be pulling too much away from GoBot and BotBot just to make that farming setup work. And in which case, you're pulling so many medals away, you might as well not be farming. That's my opinion on it. And you know, just having chain lightning alone, it can probably get you very, very far. You could do what Christian did and just like go box your chain lightning damage. It's a lot of damage throughput. JPG is my account. Okay, cool. No, I'll just call you John then. Since it says here John PG. So, hello, how are you? How are you? I don't think I've spoken to you before. Synapse Rebound, hello, how are you? The meta for farming tier 24 for sure getting consume and kill wall, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if kill wall becomes a thing for just the amount of damage that we need to dish out. So right now I'm farming with double death wave cooldown and double death wave quantity substats. If you have a look at, it's nice that they have these stats nowadays. There, over here. So my death wave uptime is like 95.2%, right? With how death wave plus works, I think the death wave plus amplifier would be very, very significant. So potentially death wave plus farming is a thing. Let's get the defense percent. What SNES is, what am I talking about? Clearly I need double defense absolute substats. Double defense absolute substats. Yeah. Well, you know what? I actually have it on my wormhole redirector. Check out this beauty over here. Depths, Thorns damage, lifesteal. Yeah, this is like the EHP build, you know, the EHP setup that puts all other EHP setups to shame. I don't have it on my other modules, but previously Sharp Fortitude had double depths as well. Andre, hello, how are you? I started running reverse of Devil Glass Cannon build last night. What would I recommend op size be for 30-meter farming if it matters? Synapse, so if your ops are right at your range line, at 30 meters, if you can get 2.2 on your op size, your ops can hit the boss even when it's at your wall. So yeah, 2.2 and above. But bigger is always better, you know? We like big balls. Andre says, who's Christian? He's not even a top player. Hey, don't speak like that to my moderator. He's not here. Only I get to speak to him like that. You talk just like Christian, like anyone knows. He'll accept you. Oh, Christian is my moderator, Andre. So if anyone is watching this and you see this minion pop up and he starts saying a bunch of offensive things, that's Christian. Also, his name is Christian, right? I need the quantity substat still at 85% uptime. For death, yeah, so the double death wave quantity, double death wave cooldown substats, man, if you turn on the toggle for death wave effect, it's basically strobe light effect. You know, you feel nausea just looking at it. It's like boom 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 boom. I mean, it fits in with the whole boom boom narrative, but man, it's a lot of visual. I had to turn it off to not faint. Yeah, Azura, 1000% defense absolute, 10x your defense absolute. If only the substats multiply with one another, then 1000 times 1000, what is that? 1 million. 1 million% increase to depths. Does package chance... Is package chance a thing in tier 20 and above? Recovery package intro. Yeah, so recovery package is good. For me at least, I found some benefit from it because sometimes my wall is down, my energy shield charges are gone. I'm still able to tank a hit from the overcharge, so it helps. For context, I have mine at like 4.5. So no, hang on, it's at 5. My recovery package is at 5. My health regen, wall health, I think they're all at 5. Damage also at 5. Attack speed at 2.0. It helps a little bit with farming, just for the off chance that I take a hit here and there, Now, what I'm curious about is we are not at 98% defense yet. Okay, I wonder when we are at 98% defense, can I actually take a hit on my wall from overcharge, which is going to do with 1.17 big ass damage. No way I can tank that, right? Can we tank 1.17 big ass damage? I don't think so. I'm just worrying about hitting all enemies at this point. I think I'm missing some right now. But I'm only at 1.2. Oh, okay, sign up. So, yeah. I think the primary focus would still be just having coins. But it does not hurt to have bigger ops. At some point when like the coin enhancements get pretty expensive and then suddenly you can get to 1.3, 1.4 on your op size, do it. It wouldn't hurt. Especially with the extra op mastery. It helps a lot with the coins. Enjoying a holiday with my son at Romania seaside. Nice, Andre. I think a 1 million% increase would do nothing. Antonio says, I'm trying to compete with Zephyr having this wormhole redirector. Well, no, I'm not trying to compete with Zephyr. I just had extra reroll dice, right? As you can see, I have the reroll dice. I had nothing to do on stream one day, and I had this module which is pretty much useless for me. So I decided to do it. I think actually wormhole redirector in dissonant runs might be a thing, so I might want to experiment with that at some point. Poetic Piercer, hello, how are you? I'm doing good. We are, we have some redeeming to do today. We got to wave 2.5k in tournaments last tournament, right? There was that protector ultimate and it messed us up. Now my guildie, one of my guildies decided to tell me that he finally caught up to me, right? And I knew that if I tried, I could probably get to like wave 2.6, 2.7, let's say 2.7k. Okay, I have to have some faith in myself. So I knew that I could get to that wave count, but I didn't get there. So today we have to redeem ourselves. We have to do a good amount of waves so that we can spit back at our guildie. There is, am I going for max defense percent in tournament long term? It's a lot of work. Vault tier 2 and tier 3 defense percent, lap 40 to 50, armor, substat efficiency 80 to 100. Yeah. Now the at some point I would want to get to 100% armor substat efficiency. Not specifically for the defense percent, but mainly for the extra orb that I would get, and I think that would be very nice. Right now I'm working my way to 50% efficiency. Then I might take a backseat for a while, but I'm going to bring my armor substat efficiency up to 100% eventually. So max defense percent in tournament is just going to be a byproduct, I would think. That being said, depends on how they rework tournaments. I heard from some other players that at least in the I have no information about this, but from the play testers, they said that the developers found a workaround around for tournaments specifically, and making EHP builds viable in tournaments. So maybe the meta would just force us to be able to tank overcharge, right? And if we can tank overcharge, sure, I would invest a little bit into the EHP stuff. I use wormhole redirector and utility dissonance because of vampires. Yeah, that is not a bad idea as well. I was actually thinking of using wormhole redirector earlier, but then I would lose out either damage from ILM or damage from ACP. So I thought, nah, not gonna do it. Study, hello, how are you? So snares, yeah, unless you get 3 vampires, it's not a problem. But the reason why I wanted to use wormhole redirector is if this bar was full and an overcharge hits me, I don't think it would one-shot me. Hopefully it doesn't. If it doesn't, then it would be good, right? Because I get one shot in before I have a chance to Death Defy. So I can technically soak 1 extra hit. But then it would require me gimping too much damage, so nah. And how are you, Study? It's been a while. I have not done my tournament yet, Poetic Piercer. 1925 in Legends, congratulations, man. For this kind of battle conditions, you getting a personal best, that's very good. So congratulations on that. I hope my tournament goes well as well. We have some redeeming to do today. I got PB while intro sprinting today, broke 1000 sitting in 10th place. Doesn't look like someone will pass me since the person below me is over 30 waves less. Nice, congratulations, Study. 1000 waves in Legends, yeah, nice barrier. Also landmine stun? What do you mean, Snes? Yeah, congrats, Study. Well, everyone's doing well now, huh? You guys are all... yeah, ever since I started making YouTube videos and stuff, it's quite funny in the community. Like, people would randomly message me on Discord and they would randomly tell me that, oh, I'm making it my goal to just catch up to you. And that was a few months ago, right? Yeah, it's been over a year since I started making videos. So a few months in, people started messaging me like, oh, I want to catch up to you and stuff. And a lot of people have caught up went way ahead of me. And it feels really sad. Because every time someone says I'm going to try to beat you, I don't want to lose, right? So someone would message me and say, "Oh, I'm going to beat you in econ," and I'll be like, "Ah, shit. Okay, then I better make my econ on point, right? So I got to start work on my econ." And when I start work on my econ, then people will say, "Yes, I finally beat you in tournaments," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm here. I am trying to work on my econ, and people are beating me in tournaments." So then I try to make it a point to, okay, I'm going to try to beat people in tournaments now, and then I lose out by losing out on econ to the other people that I first made the bet with. So you can't have it both ways. People are going to overtake you one way or another. Can't win. Yeah, you can't win when it's like the casino. I went from 15 to 12 to 10th. Nice. I'm going to get another unlock, even if I drop to 11th. Oh, congratulations, Study. That's awesome. I wonder what wave count we would actually get to today, huh? 1365 still not dead. I hope this doesn't bring us to like wave 2000 plus 3000. 2000 plus is fine. Let's hope that we don't go to wave 3000, because if that happens, then what? I can't believe I actually said that, guys. Like, here I am trying to get larger coin multiplier, and I say I hope I don't make it to wave 3000. And what I was thinking about is if it goes to wave 3000, the stream is going to be extremely long. And I don't have the stamina of tags, right? So after about like 3 hours, I would be my brain is fried. Let's just try our best in this, and we see how we go, right? And as well, yeah, this is my damage with Defy. Oh, it went back down. It was 20, I think it was 26 big Q with Defy. I don't know. I'm catching up to Zephyr in EHP waves, and my econ has been on point for a while. Yeah, congratulations, Study. Yeah, as long as your econ is on point, right? Your gain of resources is going to outperform other players at your level, right? Even if you make 1% more econ than them per day, you compound that over the span of like 100 days. That is basically you're doubling, more than doubling your lifetime coin. And that means that you get more enhancements and so on, and you know, you make a lot of progress in the long term. Gotta think about long term. There says, what am I personally hoping we will get with version 29? And what kind of stuff have I already heard about for version 29? For the second one, I really have not heard of anything. I wish people would tell me stuff, but no, I don't know the right people. I always get the rumors, you know. People will be like, oh, I heard this thing's happening. Okay. Then they tell me about it. And yeah, I try to keep it quiet because I don't want to get banned. But in this regard, I really have no idea what's happening in version 29. Now, what I would hope we would get with version 29 would be a rework to the tournament system. I think, and I have sympathy for you guys in the earlier stages of this game, because keys are a lot harder to get now. I don't care if they make keys more accessible. It wouldn't hurt me in any way. So I do hope that they make keys more accessible so everyone has access to the Harmony Vault. I hope they give us more ELS plus levels. I hope they change the overheat battle conditions in tournaments. It really sucks to make it such that the more waves you progress, the reason why you're able to make more waves is because you pump a lot more damage. Right now that you have maxed out your ELS, the only way you can get the extra waves is you pump up your damage. Now you spend thousands and thousands of stones and dollars pumping up your damage, only to have the developers say that, well, oh, it's too much damage, we have to scale it down, otherwise people are going to do infinite runs. Fix the game, you know. Don't. It really feels very bad that I spend money to make my tower stronger, only to have you make it weaker for me, so that it doesn't break your game, right? In the first place, have a better mechanic. That's what I hope they fix. The next thing would be, I hope that they would make the higher tier attack and ultimate weapon dissonant runs doable, so we can move into the higher tiers for farming and stuff. Right now, yeah. In fact, I have lost waves in my ultimate weapon dissonant runs with the changes, and you know, I've doubled my lifetime coin and so on since I last attempted it, but I still lose waves, which does not make sense to me. So yeah, I hope they fix that as well. I hope they fix smart missiles. I want my smart missiles to all connect into one small cluster, like what they are doing now. I don't want it to spread out like fireworks all over the screen, because it looks nice, but you don't get enough amplification on it. Yeah, just these three things. As long as they fix those things, or a subset of them, I would be happy. How about you? What are you hoping for in version 29? Antonio says Defy in Glass Cannon is for Berserker and Wall. So the wall will break when you take a hit. It's only when your tower takes a hit that the Defy roll occurs. Now if you have Berserker Mastery, then yeah, when you Defy, you get the extra damage. Study says also if they walk back and change Thorns on fleets, then EHP could handle overcharges again. Walk back they change to Thorns on fleets, then EHP could handle overcharge again. Yeah, so Study, I think the way that they would fix that would also be the way that they would fix attack dissonant runs. Right now, like if I did my attack dissonant run in tier 20, there will be a whole swarm of commanders with commander buffed enemies on my screen, and they will just not die because I'm having 1 damage. So you can tank the damage, but you just can't kill the enemies because of how Thorns works. However, I think more importantly is I think an EHP build can still handle overcharge, right? An EHP build means that you are focused on having health. It does not mean that you have 1 damage. If you have not enough damage as an EHP player, then you can still maintain an EHP build because it's dependent on your perks and stuff, right? But you also need to get some extra damage from elsewhere. That is, I don't think that is an issue. Right now with the way overcharge scaling works, if we have flame bot and we have primordial collapse with the buff to primordial collapse, we can tank overcharge. It's not an issue. If killing them is the issue, then the issue is that your EHP build is not working because you have not enough damage. Like for me, I am a glass cannon build, right? I'm running a glass cannon build at this stage, but that does not mean I have 1 health, right? I still have quite a fair bit of health because I need to bypass certain mechanics in the game. I wish I could be a beta tester. Really? You want to be a beta tester, Antonio? I don't want to be a beta tester. No, I want to feel surprised with the rest of the community. I don't like keeping secrets. It said that 1000 stones in endgame would only give you a 10% damage improvement, and with next patch they steal all your damage with more tournament waves. Yeah, exactly, and they, well, this game is currently in a very bad state in the sense of they have backed themselves into this point, right, where we are going to give you more damage, more health, more whatever, more coins, but we are going to scale everything up so ridiculously high that it just, you know, it becomes so exponential in the gains. But this is an incremental tower defense game, and these gains are not incremental from patch to patch anymore. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Back when I first started playing this game, things were really, really incremental. I agree with you on that. It's part of the reason I enjoy EHP so much, because I feel like I'm pioneering something mostly ignored, and the change to bonds was a giant middle finger to EHP. Study. So EHP is actually not new. Believe it or not, in the, let's see, back when I can't remember the exact year, but I think it was 2023, 2022. EHP builds were king. Everyone was using EHP setup. We were basically EHP tanking our way with Opless Devil and stuff, and Op Devil and Opless Devil all the way until card masteries came along, and then we realized that we needed to deal enough damage to enemies in order to keep our coins per hour up, and make the higher tiers farmable. So then glass cannon builds became more viable, but the game pivots every now and then, you know. You can't just rely on one specific build for the entirety of the game. Part of the tower defense strategy aspect is to be flexible and be able to pivot from version to version. So I think I've said this quite a few times, like people, you know, back in the few months ago, people were saying like, yeah, you have to go for like 2000x on your chain lightning and so on, and all that while I was telling everybody, just go for ELS plus, focus on your coins, don't chase the meta, don't go for like a chain lightning, maxed out chain lightning damage kind of thing. And people didn't really, you know, like that idea, right? Because everyone plays this game. It's like you like to see number go up, right? So a lot of people would just focus on to pumping damage and so on, and yes, you would see immediate tournament gains and stuff, but then now we are in a situation where the meta is changing again, and people are, you know, you need to move into an IOM build in the later part of this game, but it takes so many resources just to make one setup work, rather than try to force that setup. I think it's a lot easier. You just focus on the resource gain aspect, and let the rest take care of itself over time. You know, and granted, my playstyle is not, it's not the most efficient, right? I think back in version 27, people were telling me, yeah, go up to tier 21 to farm as quickly as possible, but I was like, nah, I don't want to do that damage investment just to make tier 21 work. I wanted to sort out my econ related stuff first and try different things here and there. So, you know, people overtook me obviously because I didn't follow the most efficient path. But now I've got everything sort of in a very balanced perspective or balanced state. Regardless of the changes, I can make one build or another always work. It would not be the best, but it's versatile enough, and I like this kind of playstyle. So yeah, it really depends on what we enjoy in this game, right? EHP now kind of struggles, changing 10% HP per thorn to 15% remaining HP is devastating. It takes a lot of waves to kill them. Yeah. So exactly, right? This is the new pivot, right? So we kind of have to go with the flow. And now what this is basically saying is we need a bit of damage. But you can still play an EHP setup with damage. Like if I wanted to switch my setup to EHP, I could do it, right? I change my modules, I change my perks. But because I have the lifetime coin, the investment into let's say I brought my health enhancements up to like 5.2. I would then still be left with like a whole bunch of coins that would allow me to bring my attack enhancements up to 5.0. Right? And it's not because I don't want to invest in EHP. It's just that I can't really invest any more into EHP because the next enhancements cost so much. So then I would still have the damage for working with EHP, right? Even though I'm playing with the EHP perks. AKZ, hello, how are you? Durban, for version 29, easier keys for mid-game players, harder tournament tier for top players, tournament rewards split by your bracket placement and overall placement. Bracket placement and overall placement. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So if you're top 1 in your bracket but position 1000 globally, then you get lower rewards from the position 1 portion. It would certainly make tournaments a lot more competitive, but knowing the mid-game players, if that change happens, it's going to be a lot of backlash on the developers, I think, Ben. I don't mind it because I would get pretty decent resources from both anyway, right? But for mid-game players, even if they were buying all the stone packs every month, the fact is I'm also buying all the stone packs every month, right? And it's not possible for them to catch up to me. So unless people at the top leave or they stop buying stone packs, then mid-game players have a chance to catch up. I don't think the second one would be nice from for mid-game players. Part of the enjoyment is allow tournament rewards to be I guess variable. You know, it's like, yes, I got an easy bracket today, haha, you know, I can speed on some noobs today, and then shit, I got a hard bracket today, you know. Fun. That would be fun. Part of the joy of the game. More regen stats rework for more modules. Yeah, potentially. I would like for them to rework like one of the cannon modules to make smart missiles target every enemy type. That I want. More sliders for all kinds of stuff. Poison swarm. Oh yeah, but man, that is a very good idea. Yeah. Poison swarm size, IOM size. Yeah, it kind of sucks that we are stuck on that radius that we have, you know. I want the AoE card, but I want my inner landmine radius to be smaller than my black hole radius. G-Fuzz, oh man, you got TJ. Well, it's an easy second place then, you know, you don't need to try very hard. Just do like 100 waves above position 2 and then you're done. Should a trio account with similar spending habits be competitive to a 5-year account? How much catch-up should be allowed? So if they want to make tournaments a focus of this game, then I think the 3-year account and the 5-year account are going to be very similar if they are both spending all on stone packs, you know. The 3-year account can always wheel out a bit more on gems, but bear in mind that for the first 2 years of this game, 2-3 years of this game, the resources were actually very, very limited. We used to have like a fortnightly pack, so you know, or like once a month a stone pack for everyone back in the day. We didn't have much lap speed and so on. Gem rushing was extremely expensive back in the day as well, so you know, I think the once you've played this game for about 3 years, your account would be very, very similar to where mine is if you've been buying stone packs, right? And I've only been buying stone packs for like a year and a half, so already my account has gone from like 50,000-70,000 stones to what is it now, 230, some stupid amount. Yeah, 223,000 stones. For me, what I dislike about the Thorn change for fleets is one thing. It's the Sharp Fortitude unique effect. It seems to become obsolete as the remaining HP damage simply goes down. That 1% plus stun damage is useless. Wait, what does Sharp Fortitude do? Wall Thorns do 1% damage per consecutive hit. Well, then at some point your 1% damage is going to be 100% damage. So you would then kill the enemy with thorns completely, no? Isn't that how it works? So your wall thorns would be like what, 20%, 21%, 22% and so on. At that point, overcharge killed you. Well, I think like for my attack dissonant runs, yeah, even though the ultimate weapons and the bullets and they don't do much damage, I wasn't really dying to overcharge enemies. Instead, what I was dying to is the overheat. So when enemies hit you, they do stacking damage, right? Yeah, I was dying to that. And to scatters. Let's see, landmine damage. Yeah, let's get more damage. It's how hard to do, because I think they need to make balancing using the lifetime stones for grouping players. So Antonio, do you mean they group players in tournaments based on lifetime stones? Like, so if I'm in a bracket, then everyone in my bracket has a similar amount of stones to myself? If that is the case, nobody is going to want to farm anymore, right? It would be very easy. You get an account and all you do is just upgrade your damage. So all your stones are 100% purely invested into damage. And basically you're a Smurf account, right? And you would get grouped with people with very little lifetime stones that are working on econ, and you would win all your tournament brackets. Oh my, enemies have AE health now. Yikes. That's a lot of health. Yeah, you have a lot of smurfing going on. And nobody would play the game anymore, right? You just do tournaments with your Smurf account. Because why would I even spend money on buying stone packs now? I spend money to buy stone packs, and I get grouped up with players that also spend a lot of money, and we make our lives a lot harder because we end up fighting amongst ourselves. Why not we just don't spend any money, but we invest all our stones into just damage, and we spit on people as they try to play on this game, you know? I would just have like 1 HP. 1 HP, I would have 1 coin multiplier. But like 2000 extra lightning damage, and go into tournaments, destroy Copper League. Oh, I probably shouldn't say this kind of things on stream, right? People would actually... People might actually do that. Reach 10,000 waves and be #1 player forever. How far did I do the new tiers band? So this is about as far as I've gotten for tier 22. Tier 22 for the main run, I think it was like 4 point something K. I didn't get the milestone yet. Tier 23, I only made it to wave like 60, just to unlock all the stuff, and then I quit the run. I haven't done tier 24 yet at all. Yay, we're out of intro sprint. Gosh. We are not killing anything. Oh, there goes our second win. I think the time is near, guys. Looks like we're not even going to make it to 3000 after all. Oh, there we go. There goes Nuke. Now what I really hate, if you guys watched the latest progress review thing, the developers need to fix this. I spent 25 keys in my harmony tab, this thing should pop off when I take a hit. But you know, look at this. I'm about to die and this thing has not fired off at all. It's a bug. It shouldn't. No, so all it's supposed to do is smart missiles would fire off when my tower takes a hit. But my tower has taken many hits and I've not fired off my smart missiles. If I click this and you know, now it fires off all the smart missiles, it's still not going to auto fire off the next time it is done. And I have the smart missile automation as well. So yeah, smart missiles are really in a bad state. I think it's programmed to be similar to a lethal hit. Well, I have a lot of death defies. I've popped my second win a couple of times as well. But man, if they make smart missiles fire off something like this would be very nice, eh? Yeah, like look at this clustering over here. Oh man. I think we're dead. Oh, we didn't die, we death defied. Nice. Let's see the overall damage. Look at that AF damage. It's still lower than Chain Lightning, but that's fine. IOM damage is still the highest. Look at Poison Swamp, even with all the buffs. Even with Poison Swamp +4 and more damage than Inner Landmines, it's still doing worse. So much worse. Lucas, hello. Does anyone know what happens when I replace my device on LD Cloud to a higher category? I have no idea. I have no idea, sorry. But I'm sure people in the chat would be able to advise on that. It just says when we are hit, right, as well? But when we are hit with what? I'm surprised that no one actually made that feedback. I guess I'm the only idiot in the community that got that smart missile like automation thingy. I mean, the amount of smart missile amplification has to be pretty significant at this stage. We should start seeing, if this survives long enough, we should start seeing smart missiles creep up towards Chain Lightning damage. I would think. I would hope at least. Oh, we finally got this perk. Okay, maybe we survive a bit longer now because we have that damage perk. Sorry, didn't comment earlier, busy. Yeah, no, that's alright. Study, but remaining health. Thorns completely negates. Standard wall thorns. Take like 70 hits and die from overcharge. I have 124. 20% wall thorns. Time to get some damage, study. Yeah, never bought that because a smart missile barrage deals 1% damage. Theory would be a waste of keys even if it worked. Yeah, you know, I was trying to boom. Uh-oh, this is a hit. We take a second hit here, I guess. The boss suddenly has so much health. Oh, we defied. Nice, nice, nice. Let's check this out. We did 2% boss damage with smart missiles. Chain lightning 0.1 though. Inner landmines 366. So yeah, I mean smart missile damage pretty good on the boss, 20 times that of smart missiles. Maxwell, hello, good morning to you. Peter, hello, how are you? You have the smart missile automation thingy as well. Yeah, we are fools, man. The game is trying to make smart missiles obsolete. I guess this is where we die. There's an overcharge. There's a boss. Oh, the boss died. Nice. Oh, the overcharge died as well. Okay. Oh, inner landmine super crit. This was super crit. Still about 50%. Oh, chain lightning damage is going up actually. Antonio, are the fleet researchers good? Yeah, I'm sure they're good given how much absurd amount of HP enemies have. Any form of percent reduction is good. Am I labbing them now? No, because I'm still working on my assist modules. Actually, AFK, you have the smart missile automation and it works just fine. How? What did you do? How did you make it work? So, you know, over here, I have it ticked, right? The smart missile barrage will activate when its cooldown is complete. The first one, when I take a hit, is supposed to automatically fire, but it doesn't happen. Oh, we're nearing another perk. I don't think I have any more damage perks. Oh, we do. Landmine damage. Okay, let's get that. As well, yeah. I aim for 1000 waves, almost 2000 waves now. Yeah, if this is anything, right, like it goes to show how little I know about this game. Or how little I can estimate, how bad I am at estimating my progress in this game. I didn't expect 2000 waves, honestly. But I'm guessing before 2500 we are dead, given how long it's taking to kill enemies at this stage. And given that's the case, I think probably what I would do is while my brain is still working, probably after this run we take a toilet break and then we do the tournament. I probably would keep the build exactly the same. Yeah, we do the tournament run, and yeah, I was certainly not expecting this amount of waves. Ben says orbs, death ray orbits, level reduction will be top damage dealer. Who needs any other damage investments in the current state? Exactly. I mean, you guys see that, right? It's Pulsar Harvester that was doing most of the damage for me, right? We see, look at the level reduction. It's a stupid amount. Oh, I think I just died. Ah, damn it. I opened a menu again. Well, anyway, you can see 118 levels is like 50% of the boss's health. Oh, we died. But okay, we've got a 5.63x boost on our coin multiplier. So what does that bring me in my farming run? Let's see. Oh, 641,000 guys. Oh boy. Tier 22 farming coming up soon. I wish. I don't think I can farm it. Back to tournament setup before I forget. Okay, wait, let's take a quick break first, and then when we come back we do the tournament. All right, we're back, boys. Nice. Okay, so we completed the dissonant run. This is the state of my dissonant runs. This will forever be a stain, the tier 18 ultimate weapon one. Tier 19 I couldn't get past this wave count. Tier 20 defense was done. Tier 21 defense, I think I might be able to complete it. But again, I don't need the extra health at this stage. So we actually got to almost 2000 waves for tier 22. Tier 23 I have not done anything yet. So you can see in tier 23 over here, I think my highest wave count is like 64. Yeah, 64. And my highest wave count in tier 22 is 4.3k. Probably I can squeeze out a bit more. And get the milestone. What is the milestone reward though? Oh, I don't want to spend money on this thing. Oh, $80 for 1,700 stones. Actually, that's pretty good value. Yeah, let's complete all the milestones first before we get the premium pass, I think, right? And for tier 24, I think the max I could get to would be like wave 100, maybe 150. Now is that even worth it for me to? Well, anyway. Now let's go to the tournament. So for tournament, this is exactly the same setup as before. Can we get any more upgrades? No. So we go with death penalty. I don't have the bounce shot chance here, which is not very good, but I think the multi-shot targets works just fine. If anything, maybe I would decrease my attack speed for bounce shot chance. Should I do that? Might as well. We might as well. So let's get the bounce shot chance in here. Rody says, just me or was tournament easier than normal? I have no idea because I haven't done my tournament yet, but we are about to find out. I hope it's not too easy. I was hoping to get to 2700 waves to redeem myself. But if it's easy, then there's no glory in our redemption. I'm almost 1800 waves in tournament. Oh no, Azure, you're also saying the same thing. Uh-oh. Blue Man, hello, how are you? The hardest enemy of the game menus. Yeah, exactly. Well, granted, I would not have lived for much longer anyway. Antonio says, farts hits me, I don't have a single dimension core. It's all the seed of your account, man. I just gotta keep pulling. No ultimate cooldowns. I could drop the attack speed for bounce shot chance. Yeah, Ben, we think exactly the same. Lucas says, anyone looking for a German speaking guild? We have a few slots open. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, if anyone wants, contact Lucas. Lucas, if you don't mind, if you have a Discord or something, you feel free to drop your Discord ID over here. So if anyone watches the replay, they can contact you. Synapse. Question. I have CF Plus now. Do I turn off Black Hole in tournament? Depends on the battle condition. I don't turn mine off. With today's battle conditions, it's probably better to keep it on. Do I know someone named Peapod from the Effective Potatoes Guild? Study, no, I do not know who that person is. Nor do I know that guild. What about it? Okay, we finally got our bounce shot chance. Nice. So we take the new ones. Amplifying structures basically exactly the same. Project funding, good enough. Good enough. I am very close to getting 241 on both, so I'm looking forward to that. Space Displacer. I mean, I don't need the health regen. It would be nice to have defense percent rolled in here. Yeah, let's do that actually. Let's reroll this for defense percent. Okay, so we really min-maxing today. Okay, so if anyone's interested to join Lucas's guild, German-speaking guild, either contact him on Discord, or this is his guild ID. Oh, nice, we got the defense percent. Okay. See, it pays to do good. Advertisements gives me an extra 3.76% defense percent. Okay, and for my core modules, double smart missiles, double black hole, double chain lightning, double spotlight. Harmony conductor exactly the same except one black hole. And we have the chronofuse speed reduction subset here. I don't need the second chain lightning chance because with mbot plus I'll probably be at 100% chain lightning. So the idea for today is we have pulsar harvester, we have permanent black hole, and we just dish out as much damage as we can. Because there is protector ultimate and there's armored enemies, My guess is that Chain Lightning Plus builds probably wouldn't do that much better, so it's a raw damage kind of thing. However, when bosses spin around my black hole, right, if my black hole is here, the boss spins and then there's a protector inside the black hole. The boss spins, enters the black hole, it's then going to come forward to my tower. So maybe later on in the run, I might increase my range to about 60 meters. But later on in the run, I think for the first few thousand waves, 2000 waves or 2.5k waves, we should be fine. Final check, tournament setup. Oh wow, we can gem. No. Okay. Let's be frugal with our gems. Okay, tournament setup here, and bots. Yeah, this is how my bots are looking like. So you know, pretty developed. 80% uptime on import bot. Thunderbot is also pretty developed. I don't need that much attack speed slow because I don't foresee getting hit by overcharge and raise too frequently. There's no attack speed battle condition today. But I think aside from that we should be good. So just let me inform my guild and then we can get started with the tournament. Did I send it in the correct one? Yes, okay. Okay, let's go. Good bracket, guys. Let's hope for a good bracket today. Let's put in our ops all the way in. And I don't need to worry about my Thunderbot when it's being used. Although it's a 50 seconds cooldown. Would it make any difference if I... No, it wouldn't. Okay. So we can just leave it like this for a while. The first 2000-ish waves wouldn't be any issue at all. Now let's check the bracket when it's full. Oh, it's not full yet. Okay. We see the bracket later on at 1800, but I just need to regularly check to inform my guild when it's full. And I don't know, a glass cannon with double defense sets. What a traitor. Well, you know, it's not about being a traitor to glass cannon. I'm not a glass cannon player. I said everyone's a hybrid player. Everyone has to be a hybrid player nowadays. Yeah. Even though I'm somewhat glass cannon, I'm pretty sure that my health is more than a lot of people who are running EHP, right? I still have very decent development in my health enhancements and stuff. Bots and guardians. Yep, we checked that as well. Thanks for the reminder. Lucas says, I've been waiting for almost 6 months for my last dim core to get it to Ancestral. I sink every gem I have into modules, but I can't get it. I'm really losing hope. It's just around the corner, Lucas. Don't give up. Don't give up. You know, think about how nice it would be when you finally get it. Okay, it's full now. Okay, so full. Alright, now I think we have... I don't like the name of Venom. Venom looks strong. I think we bit Venom, right? What am I at? Tier 23 wave 64. Yeah, we bit him. Enovic? Oh, tier 24. Oh no. Enovic is going to beat us, guys. I don't think I can get to this wave count in tier 24. Shit. Oh no. Furikake as well. Oh no. Things are not looking good, guys. It's hard to tell with their wave counts. I don't know how we're going to figure this out later, but At least one person might beat us today. Shit. I've had modules at Legendary at the time, which are Ancestral 1 star by now. Oh, Lucas, you know, I had a few Ancestral 5 stars before I got my Ancestral Black Hole Digester. Hang in there, it will come. Hybrid is a lie, it's glass cannon that can be tickled by overcharge a few times. Well, you know, study, EHP is a lie as well, right? EHP builds can be thought of glass cannon builds that can take a few hits. Hacho, hello, how are you? And as a low legends EHP player myself, yes, you have a lot more health than me, but I got 10 times more health regen than you. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Why is my regen low at this stage, you might wonder? Well, because I just rolled out the double health regen substats. No, it wouldn't matter because where I'm expecting to go, my health would be very low later on. So my wall health is still going to be like full at some point, you know. That's where I'm expecting to go. But we shall see. We shall see. It's very difficult to say with Protector Ultimates for my account. Regen doesn't do much for me. It still helps, especially as we get from like 2500 to 2800 waves. That regen helps a little bit. But at least to my knowledge, they haven't fixed the issue where like you get to wave 3000 and then your health is basically zero, right? If this health becomes zero, then I'm left with billions of health, and it doesn't matter what my regen is at that stage. It could be like 1 billion, it would still max out my wall very quickly. So yeah, you know, the setup that I'm using, it's probably not going to work for a lot of people. It's really dependent on like every individual's account, the substats that we run and so on. Bonzos, hello, how are you? How are you doing today? I got it, Izzy. You have run in your bracket. Peter, I mean, that is awesome, right? It's second, you got a guaranteed second place. Should I finally go for more card slots? I've been riding 15 cards for a year already and haven't gotten any more. Yeah, I would get the card slot study. I'm at 28 slots and I still feel like I need more. It would be nice if they just let us get to 31 slots so we can put in every card that we want or that we have. Now, hang on, Hacho. Let me see something. Ah shit, my health regen card is in. I thought my health regen card was out. If I had the health regen card out, then maybe I could beat your health regen. Ah, damn it. How unfortunate. Oh well. So when you say that you're a low legends EHP player, what What kind of wave count is low legends EHP player? And what kind of wave count is a high legends EHP player going to get? Oh, so I was just wondering as a question, like when people say that they are low legends EHP and they are high legends EHP, what kind of wave count is like a high legends EHP player would get? High legends is a person that dies to overcharge. No. You mean to say, study, that in the past, if you got to like wave 3000 as an EHP player with like billions of health, you can tank and overcharge it? I would guess that at some point the EHP player would also run out of EHP to tank overcharge, no? I did EHP run accidentally run once and reached 1300 waves. I see. Okay. So would that be considered low or mid? I'm guessing mid, right? 1300 waves would be it's above where study got to 1000 waves. That was before the death wave skip calculation. Oh yeah. Now check it out, guys. My EHP is stacked out, eh? 3.76 Q of health. We are tanky. We are tanky. And we have 81% defense too. High level is 700 to 1000. Oh, okay, cool. So then EHP builds are not very viable in tournaments after all. I'm guessing just because enemies have a lot of health, and every tournament there's like death ray resistance or orb resistance or something. You need a very specific set of battle conditions. When the stars align, an EHP build is probably able to get to like 3000, I'm guessing. But past 3000, I don't think we would be able to tank anything, right? From what I heard from Greeny, it was something like 2900 waves. Overcharge is an instant death sentence. Peter says, a question. In my update video, I think you mentioned that farming tier 21, you were using the damage slide. Oh, sorry, Peter. I forgot to. I haven't gotten around to responding to comments for quite some time. Yeah, I used minus 24 for tier 21. I tried minus 25 and then I died at like 1900. But for me, for context, I'm doing about 5,000 to 6,000 waves tier 21. Minus 24 is where I'm comfortable, like just leaving it on AFK. Now it only really matters to me to use the damage slider if I'm using if I'm using IOM plus in my farming build. So space displacer basically. But if I'm not using space displacer, then it doesn't matter. You can just leave it at base damage like what I have currently, and it will work fine. Just is from what I've seen from high level EHP players, at really high waves, it's just about CC and percent damage and not so much about EHP anymore. It's kind of the same for damage as well, Hajo. The reason why I'm not able to get very far in tournaments is because I don't have Chain Lightning Plus. But if you use a combination of Chain Lightning Plus, Orbital Augment, and Pulsar Harvester with the attack chip, that is basically how you start dealing with enemies when they have like AE health and your base damage is like billions or trillions. At some point the overheat, as we will see later on, is going to kick in, and now I have 105 little Q of damage. Within the next half an hour or so, it's going to drop to like at some point around 5Q, and then that's when I have to use my demon mode, and it will continue dropping again. But when enemies have ridiculously a large number of health, and you do a small amount of damage, you just need to stack on all the different damage multipliers or you go for percent damage, because none of your other damage is really going to matter anymore. Currently I'm farming tier 11, 12,000 waves. In tier 12 I can get to maximum. Lucas, I'm guessing that you are using an EHP build. And yes, that is very normal. The jump between 11 and 12 is very significant. Past tier 11, every tier is going to feel exponentially more difficult. So it's perfectly normal. What most people did when, back when I was in tier 11, we could farm to basically your wave count in tier 11, but then we go to tier 12 and like what you say, right, we die. Back when I did it, I couldn't even reach like 5,000 waves for doing about 10,000 waves in tier 11. Back then it was not possible for us to tank tier 12 given our module levels back in the day. So that's why everyone started to pivot away from Obelisk Devil into Glass Cannon farming. So if you check out like some of the videos on my channel about a year plus ago, that would be early stage Glass Cannon transition. And for me, at least for players at my stage of progression back in the day, that was the route to go in order to deal with that exponential jump. We just switch from 11 straight to tier 14 and we farm Glass Cannon. Right now, I think it's actually possible with assist modules and stuff. If you really wanted to play with an EHP build, you could face tank stuff all the way up to... I'm pretty sure you can tank tier 21 now. Whether it's efficient, it's a different story. If Chain Thunder wasn't about percent damage, we would still use it for the Death Ray effect. Death Ray or damage reduction effect. Yeah, so Study, you could use the Chain Thunder for the damage reduction. However, in today's battle condition, enemies block 80 hits, so your Chain Lightning Plus is only going to have an effective hit of 20 on every enemy. So even at max level, it's not going to be the full amount of damage mitigation, if my understanding of how Chain Thunder works is correct. So congratulations on 1892. Ben says, fun part, if I disable damage slider, I lose no coins in tier 21 farm. It's in my coin spread. 90 to 100 Q per hour, that is very normal, Ben. The run variance, you know, that kind of coin variance just happens from perks and the number of wave skips, the number of golden combo and stuff. It's very normal. We can see mine. You know, it goes from anywhere from 185 to 205. So the variance is very large. The reason you are not losing coins at for your gameplay without the damage slider is because you are not using the inner landmines. So if you're using inner landmines, it stuns the enemies, and some enemies die without being tagged by your orbs, and that causes a coin loss. It's quite significant. Tier 15, 11 to 16, 11k plus. Tier 16, 75 to 8500 waves. Yeah. I will have to build CC before I go into damage, I think. It's far away from being permanent. Yeah, work on your econ first, Lucas. You know, we only have 24 hours a day. It makes a lot of sense to make each of those hours as efficient as possible. You can only tank up to tier 18 since you need one of the tools to kill overcharge. Study, I presume you are talking about a build where you only have 1 damage, right? But I would say that is a 1 damage build. That's not an EHP build. It's under the EHP umbrella, but an EHP setup can still have damage. Unless you are just talking about no damage at all, then yeah. That is like a foot gun. But if you pick like the damage reduction perks and so on, you should still be able to you know, slowly whittle down the overcharge and so on, right? Making 3Q a day. Karen started to work on masteries. We've accelerated second win in RPC. Nice. Oh, so Lucas, I think, you know, I really missed that stage of the game. I really missed that stage of the game because that was when every day was a new PB in terms of coins per hour and so on. When you get that initial power spike from masteries, it felt so good. But then after the card masteries, man, that amount of dopamine that it hits you with, after that nothing comes close, man. You don't get that huge power spikes anymore. Sure, S-mods are good, but S-mods, the efficiencies as you upgrade them, it feels very incremental, so you don't really notice like a spike of like few hundred wave count every card level or something. It felt so good with the card masteries. And after that, I am thinking about enemy balance or extra orbs, also starting towards Lucas, what is your... Okay, if you're making 3Q a day, do you have Ultimate Weapon Plus unlocked? If not, I think permanent black hole is very good. It's really very good for coins. Just having a full uptime on your permanent black hole. Okay, so if you don't have Ultimate Weapon Plus, then after getting the initial like Wave Accelerator Intro Sprint recovery package chance, honestly what I would do is, so if you notice you are making 3Q a day and you have 3 masteries, right? Each mastery is going to cost about like 1.5Q a day to permanently lab it. I would keep my masteries at max of 2, but just have 1 ongoing all the time, and then funnel your stones into getting to Ultimate Weapon Plus. I think it's pretty good, you know, more efficient. Because the last thing you will want to do is unlock the mastery to have it sitting around and not benefiting from it. Around 87% of enemies with orbs. That's why I think about extra orb mastery. Extra orb mastery is very good. It gets, so all of that coin bonuses, it gets amplified by your GT Plus. So those masteries are all good, and you will, you know, don't get me wrong, when you unlock it and you work on the level, you will notice your coins go up. But it is not going to be as significant as getting GT Plus. Because what GT Plus will do is it's going to multiply by like a factor of like 20-30 times the coins, the extra coins that you get. So it's going to be, you know, imagine if GT Plus just does like 10x, right? 10x your coin gain. So that's corresponding to a GT Plus multiplier of like 10, or a golden combo multiplier of 10, which is quite easy to get. That means that it's a 1000% increase in your coins. So whatever coins you're earning, it's going to be 1000x of that. And that is more than like 40%, 50% gain here and there from your masteries. I would get the permanent black hole first, and then make the push for Ultimate Weapon Plus. The amount of stones I make, I feel like I can almost finish a lap before buying the next mastery. Yeah, okay, then, you know, as long as you are making progress, it is good. But at some point you're gonna have to bite the bullet, and man, it's so painful to get GT Plus unlocked. But once you get Ultimate Weapon Plus, a lot of the later game content becomes accessible to you. I would get the permanent black hole, but I'm sure other people would have differing opinions. Given that you are using an EHP build, I think the PBH will give you a lot more than not having it. But one more question about that. My cooldowns for the Golden Trinity are 120. Okay, so I will get them to all 100 first, and then save up enough stones to go from 100 to 50 seconds directly. So I have a whole series on this on the channel. I think it's you can check out the version 28 practical guide. Probably episode 1 would be where you are at. And I have all the breakpoints over there and so on. Azure Black Hole Plus was. You just love the black holes, eh? No, the question as well is, did you, what level did you get it to? Or did you just unlock it? Hajo says, I have 4 masteries at the moment, and I can roughly finish a mastery lab buying the new one. But no ultimate weapon plus. The plan was to get defense mastery for my EHP tournament. Hajo, so correct me if I'm wrong, but what am I understanding it as? If you unlock a card mastery, it takes about 1 month to complete the lab for that mastery, right? If you're looking at 4x game speed, you lab it all the way. 4x lab speed, you lab it, it's about 31 days, 32 days to complete a card mastery. In that 31 to 32 days, are you saying that you can only earn about 750 stones? Is my understanding correct? Steve, now I want to save 5,000 stones to unlock Ultimate Weapon Plus. Yeah, do it. GT Plus, man. As a level 0 out of 40. Well, my ILM Plus was 0 as well for a very long time. Now it's there, and one day if Black Hole Plus is the meta, you'll be in a very good spot as well. Better than I am. It was cheap to unlock. I regretted that click after seeing the next Ultimate Weapon Plus is more expensive. Yeah, that's true. No, I'm not, but maxing a mastery is faster than a month for me. Okay, so you mean, well, in any case, even if you are running it at 6x lab speed, which is pretty high, right? It's still going to take like more than 3 weeks. My question is it that you're earning just enough for the next card mastery during that 3 weeks? If it is, then it's a bit of a pickle. You have to bite the short-term bullet if you want to go for Ultimate Weapon Plus. And this game rewards patience. So if you're able to hoard and make the push for the Ultimate Weapon Plus, once you get a few levels into your GT Plus, you will start noticing the gains. And it sucks to save up for that last 2 ultimate weapons. The way I went about it was, I found this website. But suppose you didn't do that, and you actually had to save up for it. I can only imagine that it would feel really, really good when you finally got it done, because you will never have to save up 3,000 stones doing nothing. Like, not even nothing, right? You unlock the ultimate weapon for 3,000 stones, and most likely you wouldn't have any stones to invest into it for a very, very long time. So it does less than nothing. But once you finally get it, man, it feels really good. Peter, thanks for joining the stream, and good night. All the best for your tournament, man. I usually jam. Okay, because you jam rush the first few levels. I see. The reason I went into masteries before ultimate weapon was stones. free to play and masterpiece help stay in legends for more stones. Yeah, I completely get that, man. I used to have a lot of free to play players in my guild. My previous guild. I was telling them get GT Plus from like 1 year plus ago when guilds first came out. At the time when I left the guild, half of them still didn't have GT Plus because they were all chasing masteries. But 1 year ago, people who got GT Plus ended up diverging by a lot of waves in legends for those as compared to those who did not get the GT Plus. Some were free to play as well. They got the GT Plus and they didn't max it out, not like me. They brought it up to like level 7, level 8 over the past year, and the others did not. They just chased card masteries for an entire year, started doing everything, the S mods and stuff, but they didn't unlock the GT Plus. And at the end of that 1 year, those who did not get the GT Plus were sitting at something like 500 to 600 waves in legends. Those who got the GT Plus ended up at like 2000 waves in legends. Huge difference. Now with Dissonant runs, it's much more viable to buy masteries before Ultimate Weapon Plus. Yeah, again, Lucas, it's viable, right? It's cheap to unlock the masteries now, but the thing is not about the coins anymore, right? The coins are easily accessible, but if you're thinking about leapfrogging your progress, you need the raw amount of coins from Ultimate Weapon Plus to make progress in your enhancements, especially EOS Plus, because EOS Plus is what enables you to farm higher tiers. And when you farm higher tiers, you get more resources, and that more resources translates into better tournament performance. And that better tournament performance then translates into stones. But it is a very slow process going that route, you know. And the way I rationalized it back in the day is, you just go sort out your econ, and then once your econ is sorted out, you will never have to worry about it again. And you know, the game will always have places for you to spend stones, right? And I feel kind of bad for doing this, because if you look at my account, it looks like, oh, I've got everything, right? And yeah, the fact is I do have everything, but mainly that's because I'm using this account to create content, right? And because of the creator code and stuff, I'm able to afford the stone packs so I can test out various stuff. But if you are a free-to-play player, then this is not a good this is not a good example of how to play the game, you know. Sort out the econ. Don't worry about the competitive aspect of the game first, and eventually, you know, you will make progress once the econ is sorted. And it really sucks. I really, you know, back before I made any videos on this, I was playing this game without interacting on the Discord community for like 3 years or something. It was just some screensaver on my phone. It was on permanently on my old Android device that today the screen, it's burned, right? The pixels are burned. And I just played this game and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to bother about tournaments. I'm just going to develop my econ and get all of this sorted, because I like seeing the coins per minute number go up. And then at some point, once my golden tower and stuff was done, then that's when I found out about like solar and started spending on some stone packs. But I used to be very disciplined that whenever I bought a stone pack, it would have to go into something econ related. and my tournament rewards can be then used for non-econ stuff. These days I have completed most of the econ stuff already, so that's why I can start like, I want to play with smart missiles, I want to play with inner landmine, and I can just spend thousands of stones on that. It's all for the content, you know. It's because I've sorted out the econ stuff already. But yeah, again, you know, playing the game, as long as we enjoy and we're enjoying what we are doing in this game, then that's worth it, right? Just because I have the opinion that GT Plus is important, and it's very good, does not mean that you should necessarily get it, because maybe you want to see the immediate returns from having an extra mastery now. If that is the case, then do it, because it's your tower anyway. As long as you're happy with that, it will be fine. Some people really like the competitive aspect of tournaments. I don't really enjoy it that much. It really sucks to have strong people in my bracket that I have to try to beat. Because I just want to go back to living this phone as living this game as a idle screensaver again. Steven says EOS Plus is expensive. I'm farming 1.2 Q per hour at the moment. Would be cool to see what GT Plus would do. Stevo, yeah. EOS Plus is expensive. To go box EOS Plus, you need about 1S of coin. Okay, so one little S of coin to go box EOS. That is with my level of coin discount. So level 69. Now, I can't show you this at the moment, but one click into my coin bonus is about 2 little s at the moment, which is more than all 60 levels of EOS Plus. So the enhancements just get ridiculously expensive at some point. And the increments are very marginal. Yeah, it's very, very marginal, but those are the only increments that we can get at some point. Without having to splurge a lot of stones into stuff. So expensive, but we kind of still have to get it. Otherwise, I found that back in the day I got to GT10, and then the developers introduced four new levels into GT Plus, so we could get to GT14. If I remember correctly, at some point at GT10 I couldn't afford any investments or any enhancements, and I couldn't afford my module levels and so on. Then I got 2 clicks into GT Plus. I went from 10 to 12, yeah, and instantly for the next 2 weeks I was able to make like tons of clicks, and I just jumped up a few tiers, and it was awesome. Then I hit another brick wall, and then I realized then that the game was telling me I just needed the next click into GT Plus, and so I was like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to complete GT Plus. And the last level is so painful, but once that was done, I even had a video about it, you know. It felt really good. And you know, the rest is history. I never had to worry about it anymore. Now, we are at 2000 waves. Let's check out the bracket. This guy is a number. Oh god. Oh god. Who was the guy that that was doing very well earlier. Y2J, is it? No. Okay, so all of these guys. Oh, okay, so everyone has run their tournament already. Flamenco is fine. Now let's see. These guys might still be an intro sprint. Okay, none of these guys are an intro sprint. Now, Furikake. Not too dangerous. I think we can beat this kind of wave count. Tweaked. I think we can beat Tweaked. Stinkil? Yeah, I think we can beat him. JP Freedom. JP, are you here? This guy is rooting for your freedom, JP. Enovic. Now, Enovic is the dangerous one. Tier 24, 468 waves. Now, am I able to search for Enovic? Let's see. Let's go on the tower tools. Enhancements get really expensive here. With the new levels that they introduced, Evo, go boxing one of them would cost like 2 big S of coins now. It's some stupid amount. Live placement analysis, I think. Live bracket view, maybe. Oh no, Steve, I made you start to FOMO. This is a trap, you know. Okay. I can search myself. Chat 583. Okay. What? Oh, I searched the wrong tab. No. Player ID. How do I search my? Okay, I've got my player ID. Now, how do I? Am I looking at the wrong tab? See comparison. Is that how it works? I need JP on the stream for this. Oh, okay. So all players in the same bracket. Yeah, so Enovic can beat me. Oh no, this is not good. Let me take a screenshot of this and show it to you guys. I might have a very decent shot of being like 4th place today in this bracket. Okay, so this is my current bracket, at least on the tower tools. Now, as we can see, I'm the guy in blue here, right? Enovic and I are very close to one another. But he has in the past 2 tournaments with the Protector Ultimate done significantly better than I did. So there's a chance I would get second, but more importantly, the last tournament I did exceptionally bad. And I might end up getting 4th or 5th place if I did that kind of performance again. So here is hoping that just having the permanent black hole and a bit of luck, that we might be able to secure 2nd place today. I don't think 1st place would be doable, but we can only hope. I'm guessing that for Anovic, if we have a look at his performance, notice that he was doing worse than me before, and then he started catching up, right? I am guessing that he's gone for a very heavy ILM build. That's why he's popping up ahead of me. Now, if he was going for a Chain Lightning build, then him getting ahead of me in last tournament might not be too bad. Because last tournament, if you had Chain Lightning Plus, it would have been very easy. In this particular situation, I actually have to pay attention later on when we get to large enough wave count. It seems like overcharge enemy attack is only 504 billion for the first hit. I might be able to tank like 1 or 2 hits, right? Even when my health goes down later on. And plus I've got the Thunderbolt, so at max the overcharge will get 1.5 hits in on me. It just really depends on how well I can kill bosses today, I guess. Right, anyway, Steve says now you're farming GD Plus since IOM is interesting. It gives you a stepping stone to unlocking it on the way. IOM is pretty interesting. Yeah, there are certain battle conditions where it sucks. But IOM is pretty strong. It's a bit overtuned in terms of the overall damage. Let's see how we're doing now. So now you can see it's like about the same as my smart missiles. But later on, it's going to be the largest damage source that I can get. KG, hello, how are you? How do I get such a high base damage? Module levels, enhancements, card masteries. Mostly enhancements and module levels. I think they might buff other weapons in version 29. I don't know, would be interesting though to offer a variety of fireball weapons. Yeah, I agree. It really sucks that this damage, now it looks high, it's going to keep dropping. It really sucks. Do module levels really scale that hard? Yeah, KG, they do. So let me show you. Let's use... Okay, so multiplier efficiency on my cannon is at 60%. At 225, it's 15.82. So let me pull up my calculator. 15.82 divided by 0.6. So it would be a 26.36x multiplier on my tower damage at level 225. At 241, it's 29.13. So just like what, 15 levels, it's another 3x damage. And it's multiplicative. So 20, what was the number again? 15 times 30. 15 times 30. What is that? 450 x damage multiplier. So it's by far the largest damage multiplier that we can get. And so that is why farming the higher tiers is you will naturally get more module shards, and that's how you end up farming higher tiers, and that's how you end up doing better in tournaments. Oh nice, I actually broke 1000 on my crit factor. Okay, so 136 attack speed, 1016 crit factor, nice. 13.2 damage per meter, okay. Yeah. And by the way, KG, my damage is not necessarily very high. It's considered quite low. I'm stuck at tier 18 farming. Oh no. Why? If you're stuck at tier 18 farming, it's probably you just don't have enough EOS. Just get more enemy level skips, and you know, between 17 and 18, the only difference is that the enemies have a lot more health, and tank ultimate lasts a lot longer. So it should not be a difference in strategy, right? But you need a lot more EOS to make tier 18 work. My base damage is 200 trillion. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Gotta get the numbers up, man. Dr. Chris, hello, how are you? How are you doing? I love that the overcharge is moving so slowly now. Oh, it didn't even reach the tower range. That's awesome. So KG, your base damage at 200 trillion. Have you attempted the dissonant runs and the echo labs and stuff? That's a good way to get extra damage. 100 bases. Hello, I want to focus on econ and CC for my tower. Is that an okay plan? Yeah, why not? Focusing on econ is never a bad thing, I think. Especially given how expensive everything is now. Econ is really good. Coins make more coins, and then you can funnel all of that into your damage enhancements for tournaments after. Yes, but my econ is weak. Well, then you have your answer there, KG. So it's not that you're stuck. You just need to work on your econ. Yeah, once your econ gets better, then everything sorts itself out when you have a good foundation. And my econ is also really weak, honestly. Like, it might seem like it's a lot, but where my enhancement levels are, and for players in the same kind of rankings as where I'm at, or maybe slightly ahead of me, the jump is so massive in the amount of econ that they generate. So, you know, we're all constantly trying to just push for a little bit more here and there. Zephyr, hello, how are you? How are you doing? This is like the painful portion of my tournament. Just waiting for things to get interesting. Glad I finally get to test the Primordial Collapse boss. Yeah. Ludicrous. So Primordial Collapse has been great, right? The extra 10% damage reduction just makes Overcharge a lot more bearable in farm runs now. The battle conditions have been so rough for EHP since the change that I haven't gotten to truly test it out. It's been rough for damage builds as well, Zephyr. It's just rough battle conditions. Tier 19 is definitely a jump up in terms of the module shards from tier 18. I can't say for certain how much it is because I am quite far removed from tier 19. But based on memory, 18 gives more shards than 19 gives more shards than 18. But moving to tier 19 is hard. And you will really see the big jump in your module shards from 19 to 20 and eventually from 20 to 21. But yeah, that's just because fleets come in so much more frequently that we end up getting a lot more module shards. Sam told me they were going to address the Dawn's change for fleets in the T and then didn't. Well, if they said that they were going to do it, then they would probably do it at some point. Oh, by the way, Zephyr, you were the one who told me about that game, right? The chameleon game. But I've been watching so many shorts on YouTube about it. It's quite funny. It seems like a fun game to play with friends. It seemed like a fun game to play with friends. However, I am not very artistic at all. Well, actually, I am very bad in the art department. So watching the shots on it is fun though. It looks hilarious. People have all sorts of ideas. And some people can really camouflage themselves so well. It's like impossible to see. It's a lot of fun, just need people to play with for the full fun. So is it a game that you would have to play with friends, or is there like public lobbies that you can join? KG says maybe I should take a break from tournament investment and invest more in econ. I've been trying to chase bot presets. So if that's what you would like to chase for, then you should do it, KG. For me, I would rather sort the econ stuff and let tournaments naturally chase up. Oh, Master Chief, hello, how are you? I was just talking about you earlier, right? I said that today, this tournament run is meant for me to redeem myself. After you told me that you beat me in tournaments, I have to redeem myself now. We're gonna try to get a lot of waves today. Zephyr says there are public lobbies, but the true fun comes from when your friend is blind AF and you throw. That would be me. I think everyone would throw me. They would just start spitting whistles all over the place. Let me have my days of glory. No. Well, I couldn't if I wanted to, because look at my bracket. This Anovic guy, I really have to try hard to even maintain second place for today. Let me see if I can make it bigger. It looks a bit small. So if we look at the bracket over here, I might even get 4th or 5th place, you know. Better try hard today. And on the bright side, if I end up, you know, losing to them and getting second place and below, it would all be because I care about you too much. I didn't want you to feel sad, so I lost on purpose. That shall be the official statement for my loss today. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough bracket, man. And it's really hard to see everyone's tournament performance now. Because I don't even know how far I would get on a particular tier. But what matters is we try. We have the permanent black hole going today, so and also Chain Lightning Plus is probably not very useful today. So where my tower suffered in the last tournament from not having Chain Lightning Plus, it's going to be a lot less of a problem today. I think that's good. Have you done your tournament already, Chief? Yeah, and to those people earlier who said that this is an easier tournament, I can see that now. We are at 2400 waves and we still haven't taken a hit yet. Like, Overcharge isn't even getting close at this stage. My guess is that, as what I said earlier, protectors are going to live in my black hole for a long time, and then a boss is going to enter into the protector radius and come in straight for my tower. Really, did you get a warning? Did you get a warning? On the bright side, it's Christian's reputation. Maybe we should both mess up enough to get a boot, you know? We both get booted and then they will just boot Christian because he's annoying. That would be fun. So what wave count did you get to last tournament, Chief? Man, this Anovic guy is so scary. Although he's at 2348 now, maybe he's running his tournament slow. Just to see what wave count I get to. Zephyr says, my last tournament my waves got cut 50% with those battle conditions. Yeah, last tournament was just rough, man. Protector and range is rough. We can't just take hits from ranged enemies. It should be illegal. They should make Protector and ranged ultimate illegal. Protector and fast still okay, you know. Protector fast knockback resistance. Annoying but still okay. Protector and range ultimate at the same time is not okay. 2563. Okay, yeah. What did I get? 2536. Okay, you beat me by like 30 waves. Congrats though. Did you top your bracket? Oh boy, my health is dropping down very quickly. It was like 100 Q a while back. We started off with 3 big Q, almost 4 big Q of health. And now it's 52 little Q. Oh man. We also started off with like 100 Q of damage. And now it's 5Q. Ugh. You got 4th place. Oh no. Well, at least I got 1st place in my bracket. So I had a good bracket luck last tournament. Oh, there we go. The boss getting pushed in with the protectors. Thankfully we killed them. At this stage, damage seems to be getting a bit low, but I think I should hold off on the demon mode for now. Should I? Should I actually hold off on demon mode? 2500 if it... Yeah, I think I would hold off for a bit. KG says, what are my thoughts on Fetch? Fetch is good. I've been using it sculpt with minimal investment. Just yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing as well, KG. As long as we get the medals and maybe the gems, I think it's good enough. Now, if only Greenie was here and we knew the fleet spawn, that would be really nice for a bracket like today, where I do need to get better waves. Now, what can I do to record this? Oh, Zephyr, you just sent me the fleets? Oh, thank you very much for that. Okay. Now I have to figure out how to read the spreadsheet. Let me first open my Discord. Synapse, what waves for me stay as in Legends? Let's see. Tournament. 570 stays in Legends at the moment. Okay, let's see, what did Zephyr say for the fleets? Zephyr, it's only up to wave 2005 though. That's all the Greenie sends you. I think that's what he only sends you what he thinks you need, because he would have to sit in front of his phone all the way. Just message Greeny and see if I can get the full list. Yeah, but he's probably busy. You know, if I see him on stream, I would ask, but then it's okay. It's okay. If we lose out on first, we lose out on first. If Greeny is here, we ask Greeny for help. But if not, it's okay. Yeah, he used to only send you the first pick. Because I'm sure he would be recording all the way. Depending on who needs it, he would record those specific waves. But he wouldn't be able to give you the fleet spawns, the wave skip information before 1800 because it's just intro sprint all the way. Oh, okay, there we go. We lost our wall. The boss got us. Oh no, and there's a commander now. But commanders are not too dangerous today, I don't think. Hopefully I don't bite myself saying this. Yeah, okay, we got rid of the commander. I feel like he should get some kind of bot that records the fleet. So yeah, maybe Greeny is a bot, you know? He's so efficient with this kind of things. He might be a bot. Artificial intelligence, guys. He's the green man, you know? Oh, another Protector ultimate. Yeah, the Protector ultimate is a pain in the ass now. Maybe running with inner landmine quantity substats would be useful. What was the damage of overcharge? Okay, it's 504 billion damage, and we're still very comfortable. So even if it takes a lot of time to kill the enemies now, it's still okay. We can still hold off on our demon mode. Let's check out the boss damage. Orbs did the most amount of damage. Okay, level reduction is still not significant at this stage. So I think our damage is still fine. I don't have to use my demon mode yet. Let's just double check. Yeah, so my ultimate weapon damage is still not like at like close to 1%. Still doing very good damage at this stage. The very annoying thing about all of these changes is that now we can actually tank the overcharge hits. Well, I will be able to tank the overcharge hits, but I can't tank anything else. So it only really matters that I have my wall up when an overcharge spawns. Zephyr, I definitely need more attack speed to buff my Pulsar Harvester. Yeah? Yeah, Pulsar Harvester scales very well with attack speed. So I'm currently sitting, I rolled out attack speed earlier, 136. So I rolled out the attack speed on my assist module for bounce shot chance, and that puts me at just under 92% bounce shot chance. I want to max smite, but I feel like I need to pick up attack speed mastery. Attack speed mastery is very good, yeah. So we actually have a very decent chain lightning at the moment. 13 quantity, 42.5% chance. I think chain lightning damage is going to be strong today. So far we're killing the protector still quite easily. Let's check out the overall damage. Yeah, okay, Inner Landmines is now pulling up way ahead of Chain Lightning. Zephyr, you can just pick up the attack speed mastery and while it's lapping, funnel your stones into Chain Lightning Plus, no? I mean, it's just a one-off cost for the attack speed mastery. It's really nice with the Inner Landmine stance. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but the protector came into my black hole, right? And the boss was coming up. It was right on top of the protector, but all the Inner Landmine explosions got the boss. Jodok, hello, how are you? What mods am I running? Standard tournament mods. Death penalty, amplifying strikes, project funding, Pulsar Harvester, Space Displacer, ACP, Dimension Core, and Harmony Conductor. So I have permanent black hole without running Galaxy Compressor. Yes, I wrote my Dimension Core for double black hole stats, and my Harmony Conductor has black hole duration as well. It's just a nice bit of CC with the Protector Ultimate, honestly. And I really like it. I think even when there is no Protector Ultimate, I would just keep it. It's 2% damage, it's 2% of the enemy's health. Am I farming with the same dimension core? Yes. So I roll my modules for tournaments. Not by choice, I just haven't had the luxury of pulling a second dimension core. Okay, this overcharge is actually starting to hit me now. But we got rid of it pretty easily. The initial overcharge damage is nothing at this stage. This is without Flamebot, without Primordial Collapse even. So maybe if we ran those two, we can actually tank a lot this tournament. Perhaps it would be nice to just use Flamebot. We might even be able to tank Race, I'm not sure. No, I don't think so, 10s of damage from a Ray, no way. Oh, okay, we got rid of the boss. So damage is a bit lacking now. Let's check out this boss's stats. Level reduction is kicking in now. Okay, the other damage was insignificant. As expected, the boss was entered into the Protector ultimate. Zephyr says, I still only have Mythic Dimension core. Gotta start pulling, man. Gotta keep pulling. I'm actually wondering if now let's say I ran with max range build, right, and no, with Primordial Collapse we have very good coverage of our range line. Now let's say a Protector comes in, right, it's in this black hole, and then the boss swirls in. It enters the Protector radius, it gets pushed in. But because I have a large range, the boss is still going to be pushed to, you know, somewhere around where my inner landmines are relative to my tower. Perhaps then if I place my orbs at like the 60-meter range line, my orbs could take care of the boss there, because there is no increased enemy speed or fast ultimate for today, right? So technically the orbs can just handle the boss altogether. Maybe maybe there's something there, and then that way I can free up the Space Displacer, use Orbital Augment, and slowly just whittle down the enemies on the outside with percent damage. Might be viable. The damage decay is crazy. Yeah, so we are basically down 99% of our damage already. Health decay is even worse, man. No, actually the damage decay is worse than the health decay. I was at 7 big Q. No, 4 big Q. 3 point something big Q of health. And now like just 8 little Q. Does that make damage worse or health worse? I can't even tell now. Numbers are so big. I lose more levels of HP than over the level. Yes, I know that, Zephyr. So the thing is, as a percent of the original, 7.2 out of 3,800. That is definitely less than 1.9 divided by. Okay, so I lose more health. Right, so I'm at 7.2 out of 3,800 on my health, and I'm 1.9 out of 100 and something for my damage. Is it just orbs killing stuff now? Well, not entirely. Orbs do most of my damage for sure, but damage multipliers with my ultimate weapon multipliers and so on, they still do a little bit of damage, as we'll see here. So orbs do about 80%. Everything else is just, you know, about 1% of my damage. But yeah, so this is what I was saying about earlier, KG. It's really depressing investing so much into damage and everything, damage and health and whatever, right? It doesn't matter because everything gets scaled down to almost essentially zero. Lucas, I have chain lightning chance, quantity and damage at level 17. Shock chance max and multiplier at level 20. Should I level my damage anymore or not? What is the damage number at level 17? I'm not sure what that level is. If you feel like you need more damage, then by all means get more damage, but I think something that I like to live by is just get enough to make it work, and then everything else can go into econ. Dr. Trashback, hello, how are you? Let's go, man, let's go. This current range is 43.5. KG, yeah, so it depends. I've tried Pulsar Harvester and OA before, but it seemed like Space Displacer was doing better for me by about like 100 waves. It really depends, you know. There's run variance, there's luck as well. So it's hard to say for certain. Christian, hello, how are you? You're welcome back. Yeah, we're still going strong. I'm surprised actually that I still have health. Back before I did the dissonant runs and stuff, this number over here would be too little. Well, another thing is that now we can actually tank overcharge hits. My wall has broke twice, but it's not from overcharge, it's just from bosses flying in. I do shorter range for tournaments than you thought. Yes. Well, not by choice, Dr. Texas. I just, Dr. Trashbag, I just did, this was my original setup. I haven't increased my range yet. I think I should. I just don't know what I would increase it to. But my shockwave size for sure can get a bit of increase. So I think we bring the shockwave size to 2. Hey, Kristen, earlier Master Chief suggested something, and you know, I thought I should bring it to your attention. Chief suggested that we should get you kicked out of the guild by messing up in tournaments all the time. Zephyr, come on, do 204 meter range like you. I can't even get that amount of range because I don't have my range lab high enough. But I think getting to like 140 meter range using OA would be a viable strategy for this tournament. Yeah, so Kristen, the plan is to, you know, we mess up so much that the guild gets angry for at you for bringing us in, that they kick you too. Hey Chief, what do you mean I came up with it? Sounds like something that Chief would do, right, Kristen? Yeah, exactly. Trevor, hello, how are you? Remind me whose side I'm supposed to be on for this tournament. Be on the side of justice, Trevor. Unbelievable, yeah, exactly, Master Chief. How dare you try to throw our dear friend Kristen under the bus? Look at me being so supportive of you, Kristen. Oh shit, I'm getting hit by scatters. Oh no, we got the scatters. Nice. Scatters are starting to be a little bit dangerous now. Should I increase my range? Let's bring it up to 48 meters for now, yeah? Just 48. Friend? I'm his daddy. What are you talking about? Your Chief's daddy? Chief, you're calling Kristen daddy now? Oh boy. Just so you could get into the guild. KJ, I could afford Op Slider now. Should I get it instead of saving for bot presets? I would. I think the Op Slider is very good for farming. But it depends on what range you're using and stuff, right, KG? It's hard to say. You know, everyone's tower is a little bit different. If I were you, I would get it. Just so that you get it unlocked now and then you can start playing around with it and testing out different strategies. If anything, it would be fun. Look at this overcharge, man. It's sitting at my range line, firing off at me, but it's not doing anything. And that is awesome. That is so nice. I love the change that they made. Bless, thank you very much. Good luck with your tournaments too. KJ, I think I'm underestimating it for tournaments, seeing as orbs are the ones carrying me that deep. Yeah, orbs do a lot of damage. But you know, everything there's like some sort of a counter to it. If there's orb resistance, then orbs don't do very much. I wish chips could target fleets. Us EHP players wouldn't be complaining about Dawn's change if it did. Flash says, well, if they gave us a new tournament league, you wouldn't be happy with that overcharge shooting at me like that. Well, Flash, see, the thing is, at this stage, my damage is 1 Q. If they gave us a new tournament league, I wouldn't get to this kind of wave count. And so I would have a lot more damage, which means that the fleet will die a lot sooner. The whole reason why I'm in this state over here now, where the fleet lasts for so long, is because we can't kill the fleets. So basically, I am an EHP player, right? I have 1 Q of health. 1 Q of damage at this stage. But 1 Q of damage is good enough. Basically what it means to destroy a 31 AD health and times 20, right? So what is that? 600 AD health fleet. 1 Q of damage is enough. That's what the developers are basically telling us. Rewinding. So basically, Flares, the fact that I'm able to survive that fleet with 1 Q of damage means that at this kind of wave health, for that amount of damage that the fleet is doing, 504 billion for the first hit, it's enough to have 1 Q of damage. So I think that sort of addresses your point, right, Zephyr? I think even as an EHP player, getting 1 Q of damage is not difficult. And if that's the case, then fleet should not be an issue. You know, we don't really need the attack chip. My attack chip is nothing. Heads up to everyone, don't try and do tournament with everything Deadwood, it doesn't well. I only have 8.5. Yeah, but Zephyr, you're going out of your way to have 8.5 billion damage, right? That's different from actually trying to get damage. I was telling, who was it? Study earlier that it's one thing to play an EHP build. An EHP setup is perfectly fine, but it's another to go out of your way to have low damage. That is a different thing, right? You're trying to play the game in a different way. So then the answer is already there, right? You are able to do more waves if you decided to get a bit more damage. But if you wanted to go with a as low damage build as possible, then the EHP playstyle is not going to be viable. But it does, then that playstyle is not viable, but it does not mean that EHP is not viable. No, hello, how are you? I'm pretty sure, Zephyr, that at this stage, the way that they have set things up, EHP is definitely viable. Oh no, okay, I took a hit there. That was dangerous. Because even at this damage, right, 504 billion, imagine if I had Primordial Collapse and Flameport active, and instead I didn't use the Thunderbolt. Man, I would be really tanky even with 287 trillion health. And my wall health at what is it going to be? Oh shit, it just broke again. Okay, so I guess I wouldn't be very tanky after all. Maybe I do need to... Should I let my second wind pop, or should I pop my demon mode? I think the main danger for today is going to be a boss just coming in and ruining our day. So we use our demon mode to bypass that mechanic instead of bypassing fleets and stuff. Fleets are not very dangerous today. I think that's a good plan, yeah? Right, 231 billion health on our wall still. Yeah, we are tanking stuff with Flameport and Primordial Collapse, surely. Same old different day, what about you? Yeah, it's been a good day. I had a very productive few meetings earlier today. And then I did my tier 22 utility dissonant run. And I got surprisingly further than I expected. I got to like almost 2,000 waves. And now we're tournament. And 3,000 waves, we haven't even popped our demon mode. It's awesome. It's awesome, but it's not awesome. Because my previous PB was like 3,100 waves and I was struggling at like 3,000 waves. So it's good that I'm progressing well now. Except that my fear is that with these changes to the fleets, tournaments are going to get really long once again. Although, well, you know, at least for battle conditions like today, fleets are not dangerous at all anymore in future. We still have a bit of health left. KG, bot, flamebot, ancestral, primordial collapse. How many waves am I tanking in tournaments? So in Legends tournaments, I don't think it's possible to face tank enemies. Like if a ray fired off at me with this amount of health, no way I'm tanking that. But for overcharge, you know, I can still tank it. Like even if it fires off at me, it's like not super significant chunks at this stage. Oh, but this overcharge is not dying. Oh no. If my wall breaks, I think I... Wait. Now. What should I do? Oh, I lost one energy shield charge there. I think I'm gonna lose a second and another energy shield charge now. But this overcharge should be dead soon, right? Nope. Okay, it finally died. Alright. At least we still have our second win, I guess. Fles, why was that overcharge so close to my tower? Because of Protector Ultimate. It entered into my Protector radius and then it just went up for my wall. And then the boss broke my wall. And oh man, my wall just instantly regened. But yeah guys, so I think if we have a large range, and orbs on the inside with the Protector Ultimate, we would be able to tank bosses we would be able to deal with the bosses very easily. They come into the Protector radius, they zoom in, they enter our orb line, our orbs take care of them. I think that would be good. So then we ditch the Harmony Conductor. We go with the Primordial Collapse and for the increased black hole coverage. And we go with Flamebot. CF Plus is at level 10 kg. Oh nice, we're at wave 3000. Demon mode hasn't popped yet. No, if I can get to wave 3000, I wonder what the leaderboards are going to be like today. It's going to be stupid, right? Why can't I click on live results? Wait, why is this hanged? Oh, okay, I just needed to refresh the page. I guess this was why everyone was saying that tournaments felt very easy today. Okay, yeah, so Greenie got to 3,940. Now, as expected, our health is now down to 2 billion. Uh-oh. It's Saboteur. We don't have to worry too much about Saboteur now. So our health is definitely 0, right? Our damage is 1744 currently, okay. Oh no, this is where we lose second wind, okay. Kristen, I'm not sure if I can lock in first. There's someone in my bracket that is typically doing more than me. Let's pause this for a bit. We put it at 1x speed. This is my bracket today. This Anovic guy, you know, I might actually get like 4th or 5th place. It's pretty rough. I don't know who that person is, but there's a few people. So there's a few people who might beat me in today's tournament. But you know what, Kristen, looking at my screen right now, it really reminds me of Obelisk Devil. Wait, how did I lose wall health? How did I lose health when my wall is up? I think I should pop my demon mode here. Easy record, I just need to stop being so bad. Hey Chief. Vamp? Oh, Vampire took out that much health. Oh man. Chief, look at this Christian guy bullying us. Let's get him kicked out of the guild, man. Initially, I didn't want to support your idea, Chief, but now you know, he's managed to convince me. Okay, so now we actually have some damage once again. We are able to, I mean, look at this, man. Between ops and level reduction, that's all the damage that we need. Everything else is nothing. 43,000 projectiles for 0% of the enemy health. Whoa, Chief, look at that. Look at this guy being mean to us once again. Should I nuke this overcharge? I think I should nuke this overcharge because I don't have my wall now. Should I nuke it? Oh, wait, okay, it fired off once at us. Can we kill it? You know what, at this stage I'll just let you go off naturally. And let's just, why not? Let's just use this. Oh, okay, our wall is back. Nice. Nice, that was nice. Oh, our wall went down. What hit our wall? Maybe the overcharge, eh? Its damage probably ramped up a little bit high. I don't... My account has issues. Oh, look at Christian going on a rampage now. Oh, Defy, nice. Alright. Can we get a new PB today? Okay, the ops did a lot over there. Oops. Oh, do we plasma cannon, man? Oh, that's the new boss. Okay, I thought we DP'd that boss. Trouble, hello, how are you? Oh, look at that, a protector and a commander. Oh, but nice, we got rid of it easily. Because of the Defy. There is a buffed Ray, but we have a bit of damage now. Oh no, our damage is back down once again. Damn it. Yeah, our wall went down. There's no energy shield down today, so maybe I should just let this raid take the hit on me, save my nuke. And we might Defy. Oh, it missed, nice. Oh, our wall's back up. We got rid of of the boss. Nice. This is a PvP zone. Everyone is in danger around here. We're supposed to be a team. Don't listen to me. Why are you scared, Chief? Oh wait, why did my wall health drop to... I thought I had trillions of wall health earlier. Oh, it's 4.93 billion, so I guess we can't actually tank an overcharge hit. We can tank one hit. That's about it. Oh, there's 2 fleets now, so let's just nuke them. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for joining the stream, KG. Uh-oh. Do we die here? We're down to the wire now. Ah, damn it. You know what, earlier I said that I should save my defensives for bosses that enter the tower range. Should have listened to myself. Uh-oh. This boss is gonna... this is the run ender. Unless I Defy. Ah, no. Okay. 31-28. Nice. Hit by a boss, as expected. Oh, it was a good run though. A bit longer than I had hoped. 5300 smart missile stack. Checking out the damage, inner landmine damage, very comparable to chain lightning, slightly more, so very good, very nice damage overall. Poison swarm damage is still very low, even with the new labs. Okay, cool. Now see, Enovic is catching up, right? I hope he doesn't beat us, but otherwise it would be second place at 3,100 waves. That's painful. But yeah, all right. So that is the 2 runs that we did today. So we had the utility dissonant run. We had the tier 17 tournament run. And so I think with that it would be time to wrap up the stream for today. So thank you all for joining. All the best in your